Welcome back to Blind Item Breakdown. Our first blind item is about Hailey Bieber and Selena Gomez. It reads, apparently words were exchanged this past weekend because the A-list celebrity and A-list singer, actress, producer are back into their feud mode. Now, after the last time they had their big feud, I thought that these two ladies would keep it calm. But I think the Benny Blanco of it all has just enraged everyone because Justin's now emotional about Selena, that his friend had taken Selena, and Hailey isn't coping well with Justin's emotions. This comment reads, if this is Hailey and Selena, I think Hailey has much bigger problems to deal with. Another comment reads, not surprised at this beef renewal at all. Previous blind items said that Selena allegedly hooked up with almost everyone at Hillsong for dope. This person claims they're team Hailey. Watch out, Benny, you cannot turn a druggy hooker into a housewife. Now, these comments need to calm down on the hate, okay? But another person writes, for anyone blaming Selena, it was Hailey that started this current beef. She liked a TikTok making fun of Selena's relationship. Another person wrote, did anyone else notice that Hailey suddenly got a ring upgrade after Selena got an engagement ring that was way bigger than the one Justin got for Hailey? Now, this headline reads, Hailey Bieber urged to leave Selena Gomez alone after a dig at the singer and Benny Blanco. Now, we talked about how Courtney Presto posted a TikTok which was pretty shady towards Selena and Benny, and for whatever reason, Hailey Bieber was lurking and she liked it. Courtney wrote in her post, this is the worst. Sorry to do this to everyone, but I had to look at these photos, so you do too. Talking about how cringe some of the photos that Benny and Selena have been posting are.
The creator of the Hailey beef and Selena Gomez drama, where Hailey Bieber liked a shady post of Benny Blanco and Selena Gomez, just came out in a recent video because Hailey Bieber called her out, and now she has something to say to Hailey Bieber, honey.
I did not share all the details with you in my first video. So here's the full story with context. On February 14th, I posted this video about Selena Gomez's very campy Valentine's Day photos. Oh. I got a push notification.
Try to follow me right here, right now.
Hailey Bieber liked my TikTok.
Hailey?
Which I obviously thought was fake or a stan account. So I opened the app because I still have to go and engage with the other comments that commented on my video. And that's when I took this screenshot.
Period. Show the receipt, honey.
And then I clicked on the notification, and that's when I took this screenshot.
Show the receipt, honey. Honey.
And obviously that's the coolest thing that's ever happened to me. Hailey Bieber hates Selena Gomez so much that her For You page discovery algorithm is trained so well to get hate videos about Selena early in the discovery algorithm because she liked mine when it was at 77K views.
Girl.
Shout out to that TikToker. I love his commentary, but this comment reads, Hailey Bieber, why are you liking this? And Hailey, why are you so obsessed with Selena? Come on, leave her alone. Some people are even questioning, how would Hailey come across this kind of video? Like, why would Selena Gomez show up for her? This comes after the Daily Mail reported that Selena went out of her way to avoid Hailey at the Vanity Fair Oscars party last weekend, which to me is normal behavior. You share an ex, they dated for a long time, there's a lot of history there. I would want nothing to do with her. But another source came forward and said that Selena would have been fine saying hello to Hailey. If they ran into each other, she would say hello, of course, because Selena is a friendly person. She just wanted to avoid being photographed with her or near her because of the 100 stories that are born. Selena took a picture with Hailey in the past, and it didn't feel right because that photo has been haunting everyone ever since then.
It was a matter of time. It was a matter of time. We knew that she would show some way, somehow, that she's still competing with his ex, and here we are. And of course, we saw it when the ex made a move and she reacted to it. This is why I promote self-reflecting, so that you can understand how you are feeling through, operating, responding, and reacting to your own environment. What you were saying about yourself in your environment, in your relationships, regarding your goals. Because it leads to the second part. We know Hailey Bieber was passionate about dancing, but she stopped because of a foot injury. However, these last handful of years that we have seen her on the road to becoming Mrs. Bieber, she did not hesitate to behave like this man's mother and his caregiver. Two jobs that generally require you being on your damn feet all the time. So what's most embarrassing about this isn't that she's just not over Selena. It's that deep down what she's really reflecting is that in this narrative, in what we have been presented with so far, she never is the priority in her own life. That can change, but she has to choose to do that.
Now, this is interesting. We've got a blind item about Addison Rae and Sabrina Carpenter. This former A-list TikTok star who thought she was going to take over the world wants to be like the coffee singer. So she took some photos she thought were sexy, but look like they are stills from a really bad PORN movie. This person questioned, are Addison Rae's parents, her mom and dad, still dating 20-year-olds? Which I remember when her mom was on the red carpet with Young Gravy, her dad was messaging young women like Tana Mojo. It was bizarre behavior, and I actually feel bad for Addison. But this headline reads that Addison Rae concerns fans with painful-looking new photo. Honestly, I love this new era that Addison Rae is in. I think it's very artistic and, kind of her own, even though she does have a creative director who's telling her everything what to do. Or every next move is pretty much calculated to seem like it's very Tumblr-esque. Addison Rae has been trying really hard to, kind of become a Sabrina Carpenter. She's been working with people like Charlie XCX and texting with her. She said, Charlie respects me and my ideas. It was the first time I really took a step on my own to be confident in the ideas I had and follow that. I owe that all to Charlie. When it comes to high fashion, her latest single, the mood board, was reportedly all Marilyn Monroe and killer shoes. The lyrics read, I don't need your drugs. I would rather get high fashion.
I don't know if I'm just a hater, but y'all want Addison Rae to happen so bad, and I just don't think it's gonna happen, because every time I'll see people talking about Addison Rae oh, she's a pop star, she has 11 million Spotify streams. I'm I really she's cool. I don't know, the whole Trump stuff was just really weird. It's just she does weird stuff, and then it's just I don't think she's gonna be a pop star. I don't think I think she was a TikToker and she should do TikTok and she should do the influencer stuff. I don't think she can become a pop star. I listened to the music. You guys were acting like she was about to be the next Madonna. You guys were acting like she was gonna be the next Lady Gaga. She was gonna bring a white girl pop back. I listened to it. It's the same shit every other bitch is doing, trying to be Lana Del Rey, trying to be, I don't know, it's just y'all want it to happen so bad, but it's mediocre. Please put this energy behind somebody who's actually super talented and not just an industry plant. Because it's obviously if you really don't think that's an industry plant, you're genuinely insane. That's the definition of an industry plant. You can listen to the music, even if you don't know who they are, listen to the music and you can tell that's, it would never, I was taking a break from doing my hair and I seen somebody say she's an international pop star. Guys, please stop. You're just embarrassing her, because I just feel when you want something to happen so bad, it just ends up not happening, because everybody thinks it's happening and they go to check it out and it's not what you said.
Now let's really pick up the drama with this long blind item. It's about Justin Baldoni, Blake Lively, Ryan Reynolds, and it reads, The affair, easy, easy. During the filming of her latest movie, It Ends With Us, Blake Lively spent way too much time to her director and co-star Justin Baldoni, to the point where their chemistry became impossible to ignore. But in a shocking turn of events, she later accused him of harassment, claiming that he had a habit of biting her lips during scenes. That seemed to close the chapter until a video resurfaced showing that in one of those scenes, she was biting his lip. And here's where it gets even more uncomfortable. 2 months after the movie's release, the photo appears of the actress doing the exact same thing, but this time to her husband, Ryan Reynolds. Coincidence? Or is this an emotional projection where her husband unknowingly became a mere placeholder for her director? Meanwhile, the public has picked up on the pattern in what was once just a quiet rumor has now turned into a global joke. Her husband, Ryan Reynolds, is becoming the laughingstock of the world, and he doesn't even realize it. When you can't be with someone, your mind finds a way to recreate that connection with someone else. So Blake is reportedly longing for Justin Baldoni. This comment reads, now this is weird. It's as if Ryan Reynolds woke up to the fact, the very big can of worms that was being opened, and decided to throw his wife under the bus and slither out. Who does the CIA guy work for? In fact, Blake or Ryan? Which that actually refers to a previous blind item in which we discussed how Blake was hiring some problematic people, former CIA members, to help her craft her narrative and her PR campaign. You guys may remember that Blake Lively did go into detail about Justin Baldoni biting and sucking her lip during her harassment lawsuit. She claims that Justin improvised physical intimacy during a scene and discreetly biting and sucking on Blake Lively's lower lip during multiple takes despite her clear discomfort. This is after Blake says that Justin showed her nude images and videos and discussed PORN and made inappropriate remarks about her weight. Of course, Brian Friedman, who's representing Justin Baldoni, has categorically denied all of these allegations that Blake has made, and he claims he's going to show us all the receipts, so I'm still waiting for all those. But he has given us some things to work with, like text messages, amended complaints. He even gave us video clips of where we can see that Blake was very much into the intimate scenes, like at least the dancing scene that we had seen where she is biting on his lip and dancing with him and smiling and flirting. And I do believe that Blake just fell for Justin.
Blake Lively is a fucking liar. I have read this amended complaint, this lawsuit, Blake Lively's complaint. I recognize these complaints like I recognize my own face in the mirror. Somebody sent me this video around 4 a.m., 3 a.m. this morning from Katie Joy. And I said, girl, where have you seen this before? Then it dawned on me, you haven't seen this, you've read it. This is page 14 of Blake Lively's CRD complaint. For instance, Mr. Baldoni discreetly bit and sucked on Miss Lively's lower lip during a scene in which he improvised. Hold the fuck up. Okay, now we're gonna jump to page 28 and page 29 of the amended complaint. May 23rd, 2023, Baldoni during a scene in which the cast is wearing loose-fitting onesies. Later that day, during this action sequence, Lively and Baldoni's characters would kiss, which is all caught on camera. Lively's complaint later accuses Baldoni of discreetly biting and sucking on Miss Lively's lower lip. Well, here's the money shot, Blake. That is literally you, holding that man's lower lip between your teeth. No teeth, my ass, Blake. No teeth, my ass. Pay that man, because if Brian Friedman gets a hold of this, it's curtains for you.
All right, let's talk about pleasure, because if you haven't upgraded your self-care routine yet, now's the time. Today's sponsor, Love Honey, is the top global brand for pleasure products, offering carefully curated selections of toys, lingerie, and exciting gifts for all desires. You already know Womanizer. They pioneered pleasure air technology, giving you their signature experience with zero direct contact and pure airwave simulation. But now they have leveled up. Introducing the Womanizer Enhanced, the first ever womanizer toy to achieve 100% pleasure rate in user testing. Enhanced is the first womanizer to combine the pleasure air technology plus vibrations, meaning you get a completely customizable experience with more than 1,000 options. With 10 air levels, 10 vibration levels, and 10 patterns, this is next level pleasure. And because we love convenience, it's waterproof, rechargeable, and totally travel friendly. Enhanced is the must-have addition to your collection. And of course, I've got you. You could use my code SLOAN20ENHANCE for 20% off at lovehoney.com. But remember, this deal will not last forever. Click the link in the description below. You deserve it. Thank you, Love Honey Enhance, for sponsoring this video, and enjoy. Now let's bring it back into the Bieber sphere of it all. This is about Hailey Bieber and Judah Smith and church home. It reads, if I were the pastor of the church the $20 smoothie celebrity attends, I wouldn't count on her or her money being there much longer. Well, you guys know celebrity churches out here in LA are so bizarre. They're not like the normal churches back in Virginia that I'm used to. They are exclusive. They're in shopping malls. They're not like in an actual like cathedral. It's weird behavior. But this comment reads that Hailey Bieber and Justin Bieber's catalog settlement money is almost gone. But this headline reads, Hailey Bieber goes bananas as she hits out at priests in scathing new rant. I don't know what she's going through, but she posted a cryptic message writing that something was driving her bananas. She wrote, pastors and preachers really love to put words together with the same letter and act like it's hitting so crazy. They're blessing in the brokenness. There's grace in the gratitudes. Drives me bananas. She followed the rant with a picture of Elmo with his hands up and a fire in the background writing, and then people sit there eating it up. She ended the rant with another post saying, anyways, which Justin has been very religious lately. It's weird that Hailey's like kind of calling out religion. Supposedly these two actually met in the church. They fell in love after meeting at a church press conference in Miami. They also attend Church Home, which I've never heard of that. If you guys want me to do a video about this celebrity church, it's a non-denominational church in Beverly Hills. Comment below, but I'm kind of scared too because they're like down the street.
I didn't understand who Jesus was, really.
Right.
So for me, it was just this process of understanding. I don't have to sit around and feel like, oh my gosh, this one time when I was 20, I made a mistake and like I wish I hadn't done that. Jesus would be more proud of me if I hadn't.
Yeah.
And that's what I didn't understand. Mm-hmm. He died so that I don't have to sit there being like, oh, Jesus would love me. He doesn't love you any more, any less based on what he loves somebody who murdered someone in prison just as much as he loves you and just as much as he loves me. Mm-hmm. You know, there's no scale in how he looks at a human because he created everybody individually and he took the time to create every single human. No one's better than the other person. There's a different lane for every single person, and their walk with Jesus is not my walk with Jesus. My walk with Jesus is not yours. We all serve the same God, but we all have different purposes.
Many know that Justin Bieber is big on his religious beliefs. He's known to post videos and religious quotes on his Instagram, and he's good friends with Pastor Judah Smith. Justin posted on his story, the best part about this story is while everyone thinks Jesus is late and let his friends die, Jesus is never late. He shows up and raises him from the dead, showing that he has power over life and death. So maybe Justin is buying what Judah is saying, but Hailey just isn't. But Justin's posts have gotten more and more attention because he's posting about religion. And then when he's not posting about religion, he's posting about himself smoking weed or smoking a bong, using drugs. We just hope that Justin Bieber can hang in there. Now I know Beyonce isn't happy about this one. With ticket sales this low, the one named permanent A-list singer might bail on the whole tour. She isn't all that thrilled about doing it anyways. I mean, at this rate, we just had the Renaissance tour, we had the Eras tour. We all need to go and work and save some money up. Especially in this economy, I can't go and see another concert. This comment reads, it's probably Beyonce, and that's because tickets are between $200 and $3,000, meaning who's directing this tour? Another comment reads, she just finished her tour, so why a new one? Another comment reads, maybe you can strong arm people into giving you a Grammy, but it's not so easy to strong arm people into buying your tickets, especially if they feel like you get accolades you don't deserve. Another comment reads that Beyonce is having some trouble moving those tickets from what I hear. This article reads that Beyonce may have bitten off more than she could chew. The pop star may have topped the country chart with her album Cowboy Carter, but the tour isn't going too great. Her ticket sales are especially slow in the UK, according to the London Times. And they have a whole other economy over there. So it's international. Stateside, there's just economic exhaustion, and many fans blew a lot of money seeing her 2 years ago and on Taylor Swift's tickets last year.
Taylor Swift had zero problem selling out her tour. Same old, same old. It just proves she's overrated and she will never be a Michael Jackson. Beyonce's Cowboy Carter tour is facing a ton of challenges with ticket sales. Out of the 30 scheduled shows, only 3 have sold out, leaving 27 significantly available with seating. Are the tickets $1,500 for the nosebleeds? The Beehive should be ashamed of themselves. A music insider added, sometimes it's not the artist who decides to retire, it's the fans who make the decision. A lot of celebrities start to depend on the public when they start making less money and start doing tours and trying to sell gimmick merchandise. What do you think is going on with Beyonce?
I like that quote. It's not the artist who decides to retire, it's their fans. A music insider was quoted saying her fan base did not like Cowboy Carter. They were not impressed. They just blew their wad seeing her 2 years ago, so it's not a good time. Actually, I liked her, maybe it was her Lemonade album. I almost had a little whistle to that. Lemonade. We just talked about Justin Timberlake recently, and he canceled his last tour date show because ticket sales were really low. So it seems like this is a theme across a lot of artists. Maybe they need to spend more time in the studio and less time on stage. This next blind item is about Wendy Williams and her guardian, Sabrina Morrissey. It reads, the guardian of our former talk show host is desperate to keep the host locked up. I wonder what she's been doing that she doesn't want the host to discover. This comment reads, Wendy seems pretty sane. Get her out of this conservatorship hell. One person writes that the guardian is claiming that Wendy is reading from a script to sound lucid, with someone responding that if she can read from a script, then she is lucid. Another comment reads, probably stealing Wendy's money. It's time for her guardian to be locked up. Another person adds, Wendy's getting out at this rate. Which it seems like Wendy was doing well at first. She has been fighting. She's been using the legal system. Her new lawyer. She even got a test recently, a mental capacity test. She went to a hospital in New York. She had a bunch of police around her to escort her there. Wendy arrived at the Lenox Hill Hospital Monday morning after cops were called to her assisted living facility for a wellness check. She tossed a handwritten note pleading out for help. Once at the hospital, it looks like Wendy Williams was given a psychological examination called a capacity test and scored a 10 out of 10, answering each of the 10 questions correctly, so she's okay. The test is used to assess the possibility of dementia in elderly patients. It includes 10 questions such as the subject's date of birth, address, who the current president is, and things like that. Wendy has been calling into a bunch of different newsrooms and media outlets. Here's a clip of her talking on TV. She doesn't want to speak on her behalf, not because she can't, but because she doesn't want to find herself in more trouble. Wendy is currently under a court-ordered guardianship after being diagnosed with frontotemporal dementia. She has disputed the diagnosis and is fighting to end her guardianship. The fact that she dropped this note from her window, I think, just shows how desperate she really is for help and willing to just let people inside her personal business to get out of this mess. So we are going to be standing by Free Wendy over here on this channel.
So will you still be making your appearances for this week? Oh my God, I gotta get behind that. Oh my God, I'm so thank you. You take that and put that.
Speaking of not selling out tours, here's Justin Timberlake and Jessica Biel. This bite item reads, "It was nice of the permanent A-list singer to shout out his wife on her birthday, but they have been separated for a while now." This comment reads, "Why keep up the charade when the kids know daddy is not around? Does she tell him he's on a permanent world tour?" Another comment asks, "Did she go back to her lady friend?" And this person responded, "Hopefully she does whatever makes her the happiest." Now this is sad to report on that Justin and Jessica have been living almost separate lives. I mean, it makes sense. He's been on this world tour, but it seems like this is the most separate and distant they've ever been over their 12 years of marriage. I did find a TikTok that mentioned that Jessica Biel told Justin Timberlake no to another child because she does not want to have another one with him. Here's that TikTok.
No wonder Justin Timberlake's wife doesn't want to have another child with him. She's long been unable to tolerate his 3 fatal flaws. Justin Timberlake had hoped that having a 3rd child would save his marriage, but Jessica Biel rejected him, and the reasons behind it are unexpected. First, Justin Timberlake almost went bankrupt. At his recent concert in St. Paul, Justin Timberlake disappointed many fans by singing too many new songs, leading to poor ticket sales for the tour. However, he spent almost $100 million to create the perfect stage, which nearly drove him to bankruptcy. Secondly, Justin Timberlake's lifestyle is too strict. Justin Timberlake is a strict vegetarian, and when he's at home, Jessica Biel and the kids can only eat vegetables and fruits with him. However, Jessica Biel's body has always been quite frail, and she needs high-calorie foods to replenish her energy. But to adapt to Justin Timberlake's lifestyle, Jessica Biel had to compromise. Finally, Justin Timberlake likes to publicly share his private life. Justin Timberlake often talks about their relationship on shows, wanting to gain attention through his reputation as a good husband. But Jessica Biel and the kids' private lives were excessively exposed, making her feel uncomfortable all the time and even turning her into a target for gossip. This made Jessica Biel more and more disappointed in him.
If I was Jessica Biel, I would be so exhausted. Justin's tour has been really rough on his marriage and his family's life. They've been almost living separately. She can't always be with him, so she's been worrying more about his health than ever and that he's making the right decisions, like drinking and driving. Jessica, who was in Hungary, Hungary? Is it Hungary or is it Hungary? Hungary or Hungary? Because I'm a little bit hungry right now, but filming her movie Matchbox earlier in February. So she had her hands full with their kids. She's a working mom, and the stress put on her as he travels has been more than she expected. It's really tough, and it's not over yet. It also doesn't help that we see that Jessica Biel ditches her wedding band as she issues a get help ultimatum to husband Justin Timberlake in fallout to DWI scandal. So her not wearing her wedding band, I mean, I think that's a huge red flag in any marriage. I would be so hurt if I were married to someone and they took off their wedding band.
Do you think it's the DWI or the tiny little bulge in the harness? Is she bringing her sexy back?
Let's take it back to the Biebers again. We're really worried about Justin, and this is about his personal assistant, Mateo, and of course, Justin. It reads, thinking he might be charged with something if the north of the border singer ended up dead is the big reason why the singer's employee quit, which is why his personal assistant left. This comment reads, you know what they say, once they stop making big record deals, they are worth more dead than breathing. Another comment reads, I keep getting the feeling that someone is working for P. Diddy to mess with the Biebers' medication and drugs to make him go off the deep end. Another comment reads, he didn't want to end up like Matthew Perry's assistant. Now that is scary whenever you see that a celebrity's right-hand man quits, because it shows that they are no longer accepting the enabler role and they're actually standing up against that person, which, you know, is pretty mighty to do, so it must mean that Justin's in a really bad position. Granted, this personal assistant left a while ago. It's unclear if they have rehired another personal assistant. I'm assuming they have, because Mateo quit in September 2020, and he acted as the estate manager for Justin's property. A source told Page Six that Hailey was really concerned for her husband and wasn't sure how to manage things at this point. Justin's really going through a hard time, and Hailey's doing her best to be there for him, but there's only so much that she can do.
Justin Bieber is making a lot of headlines recently because of the way he is looking when he's going out in public. A lot of his mannerisms and things have concerned fans. However, there are so many conflicting articles online, which is I think what makes it so much harder to know what's really going on. A few days ago, Page Six actually came out with a report saying that Hailey was very concerned for Justin. Now, just 12 hours ago, Justin Bieber has Guys Night Out with Dave Chappelle amid rumor marriage woes with wife. But then if you notice here, 8 hours later, TMZ comes out with a shocking report saying Justin and Hailey Bieber slam online speculation, claiming he's using. I do think that it is appropriate that fans or observers are seeing the conflicting sides of this story, which a lot of times celebrities will try to get ahead of the narrative, and they will go directly to these celebrity media sources to essentially put out the narrative that they want the public to know. And I think that's just it. The point is to keep the public confused.
Our next blind item is about Meghan Markle and Prince Harry. It reads, the illiterate one is blaming the red-haired one for the new show not being a hit. She's the one who didn't want him on camera because she thinks he sounds like an idiot. This comment reads, I'm confused. She didn't want him involved with her show, so he's not in it, but yet it's still his fault that it's not successful. How do people still support this insufferable woman? Another comment reads, too funny. Actually, he is an idiot and she is too. Another comment reads that Meghan needs to face it. Audiences are never going to warm up to her. She's inauthentic and fake. Go away. Comment below if you guys have been tuning into Meghan Markle's new show, because I've only seen really cringe viral moments. Meghan was joined by Mindy Kaling, and they were discussing childhood memories when Meghan just kind of like went after Mindy briefly. Meghan shared that she was a latchkey kid who frequently enjoyed fast foods and TV dinners. Mindy expressed surprise, saying, I don't think anyone in the world knows that Meghan Markle has eaten Jack in the Box and loves it. Meghan, smiling, then corrected her, saying, you keep saying Meghan Markle, you know I'm a Sussex now, which everyone knows her as Meghan Markle. She elaborated on the significance of sharing the Sussex surname with her children, stating, you have kids and you go, no, I share my name with my children. I didn't know how meaningful it would be to me, but it just means so much to go, this is our family name, our little family name, Sussex.
Jack in the Box because my mom loved their tacos.
I don't think anyone in the world knows that Meghan Markle has eaten Jack in the Box and
It's so
loves it.
funny too that you keep saying Meghan Markle. You know I'm Sussex now. You have kids and you go.
Also, it's like, no, I don't. I really don't. Like, is it Netflix like promoting this show with the name Meghan Markle?
No, I share my name with my children.
Yes.
And that feels so, I didn't know how meaningful.
The way she talks with like her eyebrows, it's like they go up like surprise, but also you should know this. And everything I'm saying, I practiced 10 times in the mirror earlier.
It would be to me, but it just means so much to go, this is our family name, our little family name.
Well,
Mindy's like, oh God, insufferable.
now I know, and I love it.
This comment reads, she's giving Blake Lively vibes. Another comment reads, Mindy's face when she said, be for real. Another comment reads, so she hates royalty but can't let go of the name. And then finally, this person added, that's the most awkward correction ever. Even though they did decide to leave the royal family, they will take the last name. At least Meghan wants it. That's why they adopted the last name Sussex. Meghan's newly launched 8-part Netflix, 8 parts. Do we really need 8 parts? Has reportedly allowed her to find herself once again, despite boasting a social media following of over 2 million probably fake followers. Meghan says, I see myself as an entrepreneur and a female founder, and if the brand ends up influential, that's great. Now, it seems like this deal was anticipated to be a success because their biographical documentary, Harry and Meghan, was a global hit, but Meghan alone is just not hitting the same. Now, I did find another headline I wanted to bring up. Again, bringing up our girl Mindy, this headline reads, Meghan Markle called racist bully for mocking Indian origin Mindy Kaling's accent. Social media users accused Meghan of pretending not to understand what Mindy was saying after the actor-producer mispronounced the word look as look, like kind of, which they both sound the same to me, like look and look. L-O-O-K and L-E-W-K. I feel like everything I say has kind of like an E-A sound to it, so I feel like I say look anyways. Meghan invited Mindy to her mansion for episode 2 of her show. However, a compliment from Mindy only elicited a puzzling reaction from Meghan, who took a minute to realize what the comedian was saying. She was acting like she didn't know what Mindy was saying. Mindy said, "By the way, Meghan, I want to ask you about your look," Mindy told Meghan. She mispronounced look, eliciting a disproportionately bewildered reaction from Meghan. She said, "My who?" Like she forced her to repeat, "Your look." Meghan remained looking puzzled, prompting Mindy to once again repeat herself. "Your look, Meghan," said the comedian. This time, Meghan proceeded to take a lighthearted dig at Mindy's accent and her pronunciation of the word look. She's like, "I don't know what you're talking. My look?" She likes my look. Watch how cringe it is.
And I want to ask about your look.
My who?
Your look. Your look, Meghan.
Oh, my Luke.
Your look.
It is a little bit weird. It's like, okay, you could tell that these two definitely do not hang out.
Did I not say it right?
I don't know. I mean, like, way cooler than I am. I don't know what you're talking. My Luke. My look. She likes my Luke.
Your look.
Oh my gosh.
Your fashion is like one of my favorites.
Also, she's like royalty, international. Like, she shouldn't be that like caught off guard by an accent.
Things. And sometimes I will look like, where's that coat from? Go to maxmara.com. It's already sold out. Can you tell me about your clothes?
Yes, I like high-low, so Zara.
So boring. Like, I like high-low. Which, like, okay. This is like, what TV? I wouldn't even put this on for my dog.
Huh?
What?
Laura Piana.
Nice.
Jenny King.
Really cute.
Now, this exchange led to accusations of racism on social media as certain people accused Meghan of intentionally pretending she could not understand Mindy's accent. This person wrote on Twitter, "The main thing I found overly offensive on episode 2 was that Mindy is doing the fawning over Meghan thing, which is demanded by the script, and asked her about her look. For some weird reason, the word look came out with a Hindi inflection. This happens to me sometimes," this person writes, "as I am too a mother of tongue in 2 languages, and sometimes not often, but you know, you mix it up. I totally get it." And it's interesting because this was probably scripted, and Meghan knew what the question was going to be, whether she mispronounced it right or wrong. She knew what her answer was going to be, but she just decided to try to make Mindy look bad or look stupid. They write, "Oh, and the smugness on Meghan's face was vile when Mindy was tripping over it, but was still forced to fawn over Meghan's style, which we know is effing hideous anyways. I took a pic of that smug mug." And it's smugging. I can see it's smugging. Look at her. She can't hold back her laugh. What a mean girl. All alone in your mansion. God, I can't imagine how bad her kids are going to be. Now, this is about Skai Jackson and her baby daddy, DeAndre Burgeon. It reads, "The prison talk baby daddy wants child support from Airplane Thriller," which is about Skai Jackson. The headline reads that Skai Jackson was alone at the birth of her child because her baby daddy's in jail. He looks so interesting to me too. DeAndre has been cooling his heels behind bars at the Hamilton County Jail in Ohio since November. He was a no-show for the birth of his son with Skai Jackson, known for her roles on Disney Channel sitcoms like Jessie and Bunked. Back in November, DeAndre was given a 90-day sentence after he violated his parole from an earlier theft and weapon possession case. Wow, Skai, you know how to pick him, huh? If all goes well, he should be out relatively soon, and I'm sure he would be happy to meet his young one. As for Skai, a family source says that she's happy about becoming a mother and that her baby boy, Kasai, is healthy. Our insider adds that she's ready to be a working mom again. Skai has been showing up on the red carpets and back on the scene again, so maybe she will get herself a job, and honestly, that would be good for her. I feel like this past relationship needs to be left in the past.
I feel like I'm challenging myself every day with things that I want to do, projects that I'm working on, and I just feel like being a mom doesn't stop the show at all. So, of course, that's my main focus, but trust me, we still have things going on in between that as well.
Good for you, Skai. It seems like you're doing good, at least better than you were. You may remember that last August, Skai was arrested for domestic battery after she allegedly pushed DeAndre in Los Angeles. The LA County District Attorney later dropped the case because DeAndre had no visible injuries and refused to cooperate. So not surprised that he did not want to cooperate. To give you guys an idea of how bad DeAndre really is, here's a clip of him talking a little bit about his relationship with Skai Jackson.
Cuz you kind of look like me, but I got a question, cuz. How do I get a famous cuz? Gotta keep it P, man.
That's all I gotta do.
Yeah, keep it P. Be that
I get Zendaya, cuz.
You try to get Zendaya?
Yeah.
Hey,
He works. Can you put in a word for me, cuz?
This is an interesting blind item. It's about Ryan Reynolds and Vanessa Lynges. This permanent A-list actor is getting dragged once again for coercing an actress in her first movie to have sex with him or he would get her fired. This comment reads, good. Ryan Reynolds should be, along with everyone else who pulls this stuff. Another comment reads, I hope his career crashes and burns. I'm sick of hearing about him. I'm sick of hearing about his wife. I'm sick of hearing about his football team. Now, we don't have too much to back this up, but this headline, or this post on Reddit rather, reads that Ryan Reynolds coerced his co-star Vanessa into sleeping with him in 2005. Now, I believe that this is coming from Vanessa. It reads, I thought I knew everything. I thought I'd been working for a decade and breezed into work, excited about this new challenge. I think it was day 3 on the movie when I was told that I had to F the lead actor in the movie or I would lose my job. The thing is, I had known this actor for a long time. Apparently, he's the one who cast me in the movie and was now my paycheck at the time. I didn't know he cast me. I didn't know that he liked me like that. My network show I had been on just ended. I had nothing lined up but this movie and a crap movie someone talked me into doing. I needed this paycheck. I did it. I slept with the guy. I have hated him since. I've never seen anything he has done. He's an effer who took advantage of the situation. I had known him almost my whole life, but he was willing to have me fired unless I had sex with him. Now, of course, people were able to decipher this post and clarify that she said that she did it with the lead actor of her first movie, which was Waiting in 2005. It starred Ryan Reynolds. Her network series American Dreams would have just been ending, so the timeline matches up, and it would make sense that he's known her since she was young. They both grew up acting in Canada and crossed paths. Everything you mentioned would have been 10 years later. I agree with the yachting co-stars though. And double checking their work, it does look like the timeline does add up. So pretty sick if that's what Ryan Reynolds was up to. And have you guys seen this film, Waiting? I've actually never seen it before. Don't know much about it, but we did just do a video about Anna Faris, or it will be coming out very soon, so keep an eye out for that. This person writes, bro, that's effing the R word. R-A-P-E-U. Being forced into sex under duress is a crime. This all makes sense. Ryan thinks everyone is as rotten as him and that Justin Baldoni was after sex with his wife because that's exactly what Ryan would do. Another person writes, and if this is true, which it wouldn't surprise me, imagine the Blake and Ryan apologists not taking the side of the woman with the legit accusations. The amount of mental gymnastics and hypocrisy they would be doing is just outstanding. Another person adds, it's crazy because in this film, Waiting, his character keeps asking her when she becomes of age so that he can get intimate with her. His character was a douchebag, and I guess he is indeed one as well. Let's take a look at a brief scene from this movie.
Hey there.
Our final blind item is about Timothée Chalamet and Kylie Jenner. We did a deep dive on this on the Let's Get Into It podcast yesterday. Definitely go and check it out. But this blind item reads, the meme actor didn't seem at all pleased to be used as a photo op tool yesterday by the reality star. This comment reads, it's clear he doesn't like her. It seems like no Kardashian is lucky in love. Another comment reads, I'm of the school of thought that they are very much enjoying each other's company, but I also think that Kylie needs to dial back the social media and PR shenanigans. At a certain point, Timmy's going to outgrow that nonsense. You could see it's testing his patience. Now, I must admit, Kylie Jenner's PDA with Timothy was painful to watch. It seemed very forced. I mean, look, he refused to take his eye off of the tennis match, so even when they were kissing, his eye was still watching. A forensic lip reader named Jeremy has exclusively uncovered the couple's conversation for Daily Mail. Jeremy says that Kylie requested a kissing snap with Timothy, who complied, but when the actor then told his partner, wait a minute, love, with his eyes focused on the court, which I think is so cringe, like kissing someone they're looking the other way. As Kylie gripped his face, her hands kissed and seemingly unimpressed Timothy, who kept his eyes open on the match. She allegedly gave the command eye contact, to which the actor responded, go on, adding yum, yup. Sitting back in the chair afterwards, Timothy grimaced and loudly explained, ow, with a laughing Kylie responding, are you okay?
Watch Timmy's whole demeanor change when Kendall walks into the picture. And Kylie starts getting like super flirty. All of a sudden, he looks uncomfortable as hell. He's like, alright, okay, girl. Like, was she jealous that Kendall was there? She definitely likes him more than he likes her. Put that out there. And I'm not the only one, because the comments, that man does not look interested. She always looked like she's more into him. It's giving fake. The cameras are on. That was hard to watch. Oh, she's got it bad for Timmy. Why does he look so uncomfortable? That was so performative in the beginning. Like, the complete unknown press tour is done, Timmy. You can get rid of her now.
He did look so uncomfortable. One person wrote, him not kissing her back and her kissing him with his eyes open is making me cringe. It looks like a girly who wants a cute picture with her boyfriend and the boyfriend is into the game, nothing more. Another person added, that was painful to watch. This person writes, I think that this is a case of him actually being interested in the match while she's not. The couple have lately been beset by parasocial fans on social media who have revived talk of the so-called Kardashian curse. According to the supernatural force, any man who dates one of the Kardashian-Jenner sisters will have some kind of fall from grace during the relationship. Kim and Khloe Kardashian have previously slammed the theory as super sexist, but we've talked about the Kardashian curse before, and I kind of believe in the curse. I want to hear what you guys think of this week's blind item breakdown in the comments below. Did you guys enjoy it? I enjoyed filming it with you guys, and I will see you in a new video soon. Bye, guys. Thank you again to Love Honey for sponsoring this episode. Use code SLOAN20ENHANCE for 20% off at lovehoney.com.